Do you write in Python? Are you jealous of all the people who can write in C and interface with hardware and you can't? Well, today in this video, I'm going to show you that even with just knowing Python, you can interface with hardware just like someone writing C can using CircuitPython. Let's get started. Okay, so first things first, let's figure out our general layout for our calculator. So I want it to be on a breadboard. And that's what we're going to build this on. So we'll have the LCD up top, say the pico in the middle, and a keypad underneath that. And then I also want this to be battery powered as well. That way we don't have to have it plugged into the computer all the time if we want to take it somewhere and show it to people. So we're also going to incorporate a battery pack of some sort into this as well. Okay, yeah, so that looks good for general overall just design layout. We kind of got it in our heads what we're trying to build. So let's go get our components out and see how they fit together in the physical realm. Okay, so here's all of our major components we're going to need to put this together. This sticky note, pretend it's the keypad. I don't have the keypad yet, but it's the same size. So let's just lay this out. So I want these level shifters to be underneath the display if I can. I'm going to socket everything except for these guys, and I think I can get away with it. So especially if we socket this display, so something like this. Yeah, I think we should be able to get away with that. Have our pico kind of front and center here as the heart of the system. Close to the edges we can get it, that way we can easily plug our USB cable into it. And then we will have our keypad down here at the bottom. And oh, I also forgot, we also need our battery pack. This is just one of those cheapo ones you can get at like Walmart at the checkout aisle. We'll probably end up taking it apart to save space, but for now this will do. And I want this to be on the back, so like kind of underneath, kind of just like that, just on the back of it. So that's what we're going for, so let's put it together. Okay, here's our schematic for our calculator. So we just got our LCD hooked up to our logic level converters with a potentiometer to control the contrast of the display, which then go down to the pico, and then the pico is connected to our keypad, and then of course our battery pack is connected to our pico. Okay, so I've got the screen prototypes out on a breadboard. We just got our pico, some logic level shifters to convert the 3.3 volt logic of the pico to the 5 volt logic of the LCD and back, and then we just have our LCD, and it now works. So if we run it, as you can see, we can get hello world. So now I'm confident enough to put this on a breadboard now that I know the LCD works, and then we'll get the keypad working after that. Okay, so here it is all put together. We got our LCD, our pico, and our keypad. Our battery is on the back. We got everything connected. I did socket most things, so the LCD it's socketed, the pico is. These guys aren't, but that's fine. And I was able to put them underneath the LCD. So let's fire this thing up. I added a little loading screen because why not? I built it, I get to add loading screens. Okay, and so we got add, subtract, multiply, and divide, equals, and clear. So let's add some numbers together. Okay. And it will do negative numbers. Times. Do some large numbers here. I do indeed get large numbers. Okay. And now just division is left. And we do have decimals as well. I also made it to where if you divide by 0, it doesn't crash the calculator. It just gives you a division by 0 equals none, and you can still clear it and the calculator won't crash and you have to restart it. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with the outcome of this. I think we achieved what we set out to do. One other note about this thing that was an unintended feature, but it is really neat, is the battery actually acts as a uninterruptible power supply for this thing. So let's say, for example, if I turn it off, let's say I was programming it. So if I just had my USB cable in, if my USB cable was plugged in. There we go. Okay, so let's say I was programming it, right? And as you can see, our battery pack isn't on right now. But as soon as I disconnect it, our battery pack comes on. And as you can see, we didn't lose power, which is neat. I didn't expect it to do that, but I'm not complaining. Free features, always a good thing. So if you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe, comment down below, and we'll see you next time.